What's up, guys? I wanted to go over a couple things with this update, and the first one you will have noticed right away is that the house looks different than Heartbound, and I'm doing this for a couple reasons. So I think the way that I'm going to do this project is it's not going to be like a one-for-one copy. I don't think that would be very exciting anyways. I do feel like I need to make this unique, to some degree. Now, I will be having, probably clear references to certain things in Heartbound, but yeah, I'm not going to be copying the maps exactly one for one. So for this, I did kind of go for this more of a normal-looking suburban house. At least that was the idea. And yeah, to be honest, I didn't really understand the Heartbound house to begin with. I'm not really sure if it's supposed to be a figurative house, like maybe it's all happening in like Lore's psyche or something like that. So the house, isn't even a real physical location. I'm not really sure because, it's like in Heartbound, it's like this house that's completely surrounded by woods. You take out the trash and there's no street. Taking out the trash within a trash can, that kind of implies, there's like a trash pickup. Regardless, I'm doing something a little bit different with this. So, yeah, I mean, that's the first thing. And the second thing is this. So, yeah, there's like a basic combat is what I'm aiming for with this. And I actually made the map refresh. I think that happens in Link to the Past when you kind of change maps and you walk back, the plants all come back. In any case, yeah, so combat. It has actual beginnings of a combat. And, well, that would be a massive deviation, for one, from Heartbound. The way that Heartbound did it obviously had the isolated mini games. So this would be a massive deviation from that, in my opinion. And I feel like I need to do that because while this game is intended to be a parody, I also do actually want this game to be fun. I actually am going to do my best to make this game entertaining and like fun to play. And I personally, I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible, right? But I would not personally know how to make a game that is fun with the mini game style encounters that Heartbound has. I mean, me personally, I don't think it was very fun playing the demo of Heartbound and kind of watching Let's Plays. I will say that the minigame combat is uh, engaging on a technical level. Sure, but if this is an RPG, I would not know how to scale that combat system. Like, how do you scale a combat system with mini games, with those isolated mini games? How do you scale that with lore? Like, does lore grow? Well, I think we know the answer that he doesn't. And I think that's kind of a crucial thing to RPGs. You need your character to be able to, tangibly advance in some capacity where you feel stronger as you progress. I think that's kind of a core, fundamental feature of all RPGs, actually. I'm not going to say that every RPG has to have explicit combat, but I mean, I think usually if an RPG doesn't have combat, it's going to have something similar to combat, right? It's going to have like some kind of mechanic that you can repeat. Like maybe you're fishing or something like that. Maybe you're uh I don't know, scavenging, and you're like leveling up your scavenging skill or something like that. There's usually going to be something like that that you can level up, you can do repeatedly, I should say, and then you can kind of like level up and your character gets stronger as a result. And in Heartbound, that just doesn't happen, and I think that is a weakness of Heartbound, and I want to kind of do something different with this. So I'm not 100% sure uh, how far I'm going to take this at this moment, but I think I want to do something in this direction. So we'll just see how it goes. But I guess I'll leave you with a question. What do you think of the combat in Heartbound? Do you think there's anything salvageable from that, or do you think it could be safely scrapped? All right, that's it. Thanks. I forgot I have one more room. All right, see ya.